Hello, everybody, and welcome back to, I guess, a somewhat quicker episode. But hopefully you guys enjoy this anyway. But in today's video, I basically sort of want to talk a bit about some of the things that have been going on with the channel recently, as well as Marchintosh, and I have a whole thing for that as well that I'm sort of going to do. But basically, in today's video, we're sort of just going to go over channel updates and Marchintosh and stuff like that. But we're going to start off with Marchintosh, because that's probably going to be the longest segment of this video. Now, as you guys know, recently, if you remember my last video, I mentioned that I was going to be participating in Margintosh. Now, I tried to do the best I could to explain sort of what it is in that video, but basically it's sort of like this challenge, or it's not really a challenge, but more collaboration. We'll fit it loosely, but basically, it's sort of this thing where different creators are going to make similar videos themed around the same thing, and they're all going to have the tag Marchintosh in it. And it's basically sort of to bring attention to these older Macs, sort of like Septandy and Dosimer are for for Tandy machines and PC machines. But basically, I decided I was going to participate in it as well. And basically, a couple weeks ago, this one Wednesday night, I think we hosted a Zoom meeting in which we sort of talked about, what we're going to do for the challenge and sort of how it's going to work, and how people can participate in everything, and stuff like that. And so I'd like to go ahead and roll that now. So that said, we'll go ahead and do that, and then once that's over, we can get into some of the channel updates themselves. So let's go ahead and get right into that.
I guess everyone's here, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I know, sounds
7:36.
like
If
it.
anybody comes in late, we'll just get him up to
Too late.
speed.
Headlock.
Yeah. Joe, do you wanna launch, or are you gonna let me launch, or what are we doing here?
Sure, I can launch. I've been sitting here quiet, just listening. How we all doing this evening?
Good.
Very
Good.
good.
Hanging in there. We all getting ready for March?
Oh,
Sort of.
I don't know. I'm still trying to do a
Also-
February.
Yeah, I still haven't got a handle on February yet.
So the entire idea here, I think, is pretty obvious with the hashtag Marchintosh, is to create an entire month where we're tagging things with Marchintosh, but we're focusing on classic Mac and how awesome it is, and spreading that love as far and wide as we possibly can. It started basically, Ron and I were just chatting about something completely random. I don't even remember what it was. And I think Ron came up with this idea. He's like, we should have our own month for something instead of like Septandy and December. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do Max. And it's like, that's cool. And then we started throwing back and forth the idea of, well, what hashtag do we want to do? And after we came up with the hashtag, we're like, okay, now we got to do this thing. Javier there in the background, he's up there somewhere. He designed the logo for us. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say the logo looked pretty good.
Yeah, I
I
like
liked
the
it.
logo a lot.
oh, cool.
Nice.
He does a super good job on that. I had this basic idea, the Happy Mac because it's March with the little four-leaf clover, but he did a pixel art version of it, and it's super awesome. And then it just grew from there. So now we're all here, and the basic idea is, if I haven't already said it, is to get together, collab amongst ourselves, or just do one-offs, or however you want to do it. But during the month of March, just absolutely inundate the everything with Marchintosh and classic Mac stuff, and to show all those Tandy folks and Commodore folks and stuff where to stick it. And that's basically it. So
Okay.
Cool, a lot. Yeah, I really like that logo. I think that looks awesome with the clover and the pixel art. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
What a great
logo
designer,
there.
the guy who did that. Wow.
yeah, I wonder who did that. So I guess for what we want to do is kind of brainstorm thoughts and ideas for what we want to do with the media during this month. I'm a very fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy, so thinking forward and brainstorming is not my strong point. But
Brain is not strong for me
Definitely
either.
relate there.
the basic ideas I'm coming up with are, it's got to be classic Mac. And by classic, I think we came up with OS 9 and earlier, unless it has something to do with Mac history and tying with that, and it goes forward past that.
I mean,
and-
I'd absolutely watch a video,
Yeah.
OS 10 video, where somebody's using classic mode to play older games or something, some
Right.
kind of instructional thing of, like, bridging the old and the new, something like that.
And it doesn't have to be limited to any one specific thing within the classic Mac. It can be repairing old Macs. It can be dealing with the software. It could be dealing with the Apple II card in the classic Mac. You know, Javier might like that because he's an Apple II guy. Give
Flex.
yeah,
$1,000 on eBay.
the DOS card within the Apple II, just or within the Mac or anything.
Hold on.
Software,
Superflex.
emulation, history, just anything to do it.
Oh, of course. There
Oh,
Of course,
what?
you got to bring out the Mac
Hey.
effects.
Mac effects.
Shiny.
Mac effects.
So
Gotta get
yeah,
that stuff.
that's however, whatever, whoever. If we want to bring in other people, like we all know each other to some extent, but there are other people that we know that aren't in this group that I would love to invite to this as well. So if you've got other folks that you know that are doing YouTube, Instagram, whatever media that they're doing their cool stuff on, that you want to invite, I mean, tell them, hey, during the month of March, it can be one video. It doesn't have to be a lot, but go out there, do it, tag it, and just do the thing. So
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Now,
I'm
something.
off. Sorry,
Hey,
guys.
Bruce.
Oh,
That's all right,
see you,
Bruce.
Bruce. It was good to see
See
you.
ya.
Yep, you too. I'm sorry I couldn't stick around. Next
Okay, enjoy lunch.
Time
Thank
zone.
you.
That sounds awesome.
Anyway,
Yeah.
do you have anything to add there, Ron, to my weird spiel?
No, it's great. You've hit all the you checked all the boxes. I am sure that we will get a lot of people that are going to see what we're going to start, and will kind of hop on to that. So I am sure that as the month goes on, things are going to get a little loose in terms of like what we originally kind of set out. But if we give a good start to the month, I am sure that everyone else will kind of realize that it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, like it's a Mac video, but it's like Apple II emulation or something like that, or it's getting those 3DFX cards to work on a PCI Mac under OS 7.6 or something like that. I mean, I think people will figure it out, but what I absolutely don't want to do is I don't want this to be like a gatekeeping kind of thing, because I know that sometimes with like Septandy and with Doscember that it's like a select group, like we're the group of people that are kind of doing this, even though like Clint just kind of like as a one-off just was like, oh yeah, Doscember, and people kind of jumped on it. Well, now it seems like it's a little more like that they've got their folks that are kind of doing content, and then other people get on, and maybe those guys don't get as much of a highlight or as much of a focus. I want to highlight people that have got like channels with 15 subscribers and people that have like 60,000 subscribers, where it's everybody kind of comes in and it's like, we're making fun stuff for the community. And, I don't want people to feel left out. So anything that we can do to try to foster community is going to be best.
Yeah, the only thing that I have a question on, or maybe a suggestion, is right now I see you guys are circulating like the style guide and the list and stuff and Google Drive docs. Do you have a website? Because I see marcintosh.com is available. I could just snag it and set something up. And then we could like put that in our video description so everything is under one umbrella. I just want to make sure
that sounds like it would be a smart move.
Yeah, something along those lines, unless you already have like a social media handle or something like that.
We've just been using like just the hashtag, because again, it's kind of early days and it's the first year just to see where things go. But Steve, you're probably right. If this is going to be something big that we're going to try to do multiple years, it might be good if some like a name in the community like yourself were to snag like that domain name, so it doesn't end up being like a Chinese coupon site.
and I also think like it's easier to point someone to there, and then you could have like a tab of like, hey, how to join, and then just like a cloud of video links or whatever. But at least then like you don't have to put a bunch of links in your video description. You just put the hashtag and the URL. That might be something that works.
You could even just link sort of the Drive documents and stuff on how to get into it onto that as well, or just integrate those onto like a web page somehow.
Sure. I'm not a web dev, so that's why I didn't. I didn't.
With
mess
WordPress,
with
it's pretty straightforward. And we can at least 2038 when all the Mac stuff working, right?
Yeah. I'll make a nice HTML2 site that's compatible with
I like
IET.1 and we'll all be good.
Hey, what about guys? Why don't we also reach out for famous people, or people that knows a lot of people, like Jason Scott, maybe
Yeah, I'm.
from the archive.org?
I could try and reach out to him. I know people that know him, so I don't know if that helps.
I know him also.
Okay,
I
there
can
you go.
reach out to him. And also, I remember there's this guy from Mac Addict, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
His name is David Pierini. I don't know if he still writes for them, but if he does, I'm gonna let him know that we're gonna be there. Maybe he can put something over there in Mac Addict.
Yeah, I'm assuming even if
Sure.
it's like a written article, that's cool too, or a podcast.
Yeah.
That would be
or
cool.
whatever.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I've been trying to reach out to oh gosh, I'm spacing out on his name.
Adrian.
Larry
Oh.
Pina from that did all the repair guides in the old days. And
Oh.
I've been trying to reach people like that.
yeah.
I emailed Andy Hertzfeld and people. And
wow.
Yeah, they're gonna
some
answer.
people have just said like, hey, hey, this is really neat you're doing this, like you've got my support. Not that I'm going to contribute anything,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that
especially
counts.
having somebody with so much significance to the Macintosh platform like Andy Hertzfeld would be pretty cool to have involved with it or at least supporting it.
Yeah, or at least they retweet something. I mean, Susan Kerr retweets a lot of stuff. It would be neat to.
Yeah.
I was just going to mention
Ooh,
her.
that would be
Yeah.
awesome. Susan Kerr.
Yeah.
I've
Well, I was
also
shut down by Wozniak yesterday, so I'm not going to try that again.
You were shut down by his assistant. Be correct.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, do I dare ask what happened yesterday?
Oh no, I invited him onto MacYak, and about 3 or 4 days ago, and his
Oh, wow.
team
Yeah.
or assistant wrote back, say, "Hey, that sounds cool. Checked. Good luck with your podcast, but he's too busy. He gets thousands of requests a month, and blah blah blah."
No,
But
you can
that's
do
fine.
invite his assistant on and ask what it's like being
Yeah, there you go.
You should
Talk
say,
about that.
as a student of WazU, I don't think that this is the type of kind of relationship we're supposed to have here. I was guaranteed direct access to Mr. Wozniak.
We were just saying we're going to ship Bruce a wig and just going to use like a webcam filter and just he's going to
Yeah.
be on Woz.
I think that could work.
I think if he worked on it
He's
for a
the
couple
Woz
days.
Australian.
Yeah, Woz Australia.
Australian.
Woz did live there for a while, I think, or I don't know if he still is or not, but
Something like that. Yeah.
I think if Bruce worked for a couple of days, he could come up with a pretty convincing impersonation.
What about this guy from Retro Maccast?
Oh yeah, I know those
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I'll contact them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in touch
I
with
think
them.
I've seen
They're
their show
very
before,
cool.
but I don't actually know them. So
Yeah, James
I
and
don't know.
John. Yeah.
I know John.
Yeah.
They do
Interesting.
everything at 7 a.m. on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
It's
I was
8
gonna say
a.m.
there's
Well,
a
they
few other
record
people
their
that
podcast.
oh sorry about that. There's a few other people that I know that I know pretty well. I believe some of you guys might know who Charlie from Master Gecko 4 and Arno
Yeah,
the
they hang
Iowa
around
guy
in
are.
Discord. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is actually I was originally trying to set up something similar to this, but it was different. And before I realized that this was a thing, but I brought both of them onto that, and I told them that we can always switch over this. So I guess I can send them messages and see if that can be arranged somehow. But
Yeah.
Oh,
more the
Charlie,
merrier.
Charlie's got a nice portable that I would like to see him use for that.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm looking at getting marchintosh.com. So
Oh, I have it open. I was going to
Just
snag
do
it. Should I do it?
Snag
Or do
away.
I do it?
First.
I don't care who
Yeah,
does it.
got
If we need a host for it, I have a web server running Linux of my own description on my
next
own
step.
100 meg fiber at the office that I can put it on.
Okay.
So-
I mean, I already
Nice.
have, if you go to retro.mac84.net, that's the same thing that I would host it on, the whatever server I have. But I could always just do it for now, and I could just transfer the domain to you. So it's just I already have the page open, so it's up to you.
Do it.
That's
Just
fine
do
with
it.
me. I don't
Okay.
care.
All right, I'll get it.
Be cool if we get David Murray, 8-bit guy.
Oh yeah. I've actually met him, but
Ron,
I'm
you
not
reached
sure.
out to him, didn't you?
I did reach out to him, and he said that his production, because his pipeline, I guess, is like 90 days. So
Yeah.
he didn't specifically have anything that he was going to be working on in that time period. And I even said, what if I send you something? And he goes, you were at my house and you know my rules about sending me something. So I guess he doesn't want anybody, like nothing anymore, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
attic at his house is full.
He's got
And-
no room. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, well, here's the thing. I was like, even something simple like I'll send you, here's a G4 iMac, and here's like a SD card kit and stuff. You could shoot this in 20 minutes. And he's like, no, it's like, I've got that equipment. I could do that video, but just busy.
Yeah, I get it. Fancy people like to plan things out. What a concept.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean you didn't just have an idea on a Friday night and the video goes up Saturday morning? Come on.
Yeah.
Obviously, your production values are too high.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So-
I was gonna say too, like I've also reached out to like another one of my favorite YouTubers, because I sort of avoided the whole 8-bit guy scenario because I know how he can be sometimes regarding like video ideas. So I reached out to Adrian Black, Adrian's Digital Basement, and I haven't heard back anything. So
Something's
Yeah.
going on. He must be wrist deep in something right now because I've reached out to him twice in the
Yeah.
past couple of weeks and he hasn't responded. So
Mhm.
Here's what he's wrist deep in: Harry Bows.
there you go.
It's all gummy. He can't even use the keyboard.
Sounds plausible.
Oh. But
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be a
Just trying
good
to think
get.
trying to think of anybody else we could add to the list.
Has anybody reached out to Tim Apple? Maybe Tim Apple would do something for us.
You'll get the
I'd-
same
I'd be happy
response
to
from the
do it,
same
but-
assistant that we got.
He
from
seems like a
Woz.
real accessible kind of guy. You fly down there to his
Yeah.
virtual set, and
You just
We're
gotta
gonna-
find him in that big round building.
Yeah, we're
first.
gonna get some
Yeah.
some drone footage of one of us being tossed off of the ceiling or something. The roof or something.
I'm looking for Tim Apple's office. Just keep going right. Just keep going right. I've passed this coffee kiosk 3 times.
Security guys are starting to follow me. Yeah. Oh, there's the guys. What are their names? I was on another podcast, the Icon Garden. I could reach out.
Oh,
to
yeah,
those
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say there's also
That's right.
I don't know. I don't really watch his channel that much anymore, but there's Parafractic, Parafractic
Yeah.
Retro
And,
Series. I'm
and
not
I
sure
did
though if
reach
he's
out
really-
to him. I
Oh,
got
you
I got
did?
I got
Okay.
the soft no, where he's
Okay.
like, I'll keep an eye on things, kind of thing.
Okay.
What about
it's-
Leo
yeah.
Laporte? Have you guys?
Leo Laporte, like,
Leo
I don't
Laporte,
follow him anymore, but maybe.
I
Well,
used to have his email. I wonder
reach
if it's
out
still the same thing.
Reach out
to
to
Kate Botello.
yeah.
See if she'd do something with us with Leo Laporte. I'm
If
gonna say
anybody
that's a
could
hard
get-
no.
Yeah. Leo would
Maybe
probably
Martin
give us the
Sargent
hard
will
no,
step
but
up
Kate,
and do something for us.
Kate
Yeah.
might get a semi-commitment out of him. Who knows?
I won an iPhone from Leo ages ago.
Did you-
Oh, I was gonna say another slightly smaller, like 2,000 subscriber range. There's JDW. I'm not sure though if he's really into all that stuff, but he's definitely an option. I watch it.
I'm sure he'll just slap a hashtag on whatever his next
Yeah.
project is.
I
That's
sent him an
probably
email
what I'm
today.
thinking, but-
I sent him an
Okay,
email today.
great.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
good.
Okay, so you got him. I
I
was
think
gonna
we should
say,
try at least send a message to Kate from Macintosh Library.
Oh, I was literally just gonna
the-
ask.
The OS 10 is right up her alley.
And I think I tried to, but her YouTube channel doesn't have like the contact stuff on it.
Oh,
we
well,
could
I mean,
reach
you
out
can
on. She's on Discord. I could
Yeah,
send
yeah,
her a
from
message.
Yeah,
Discord.
please do.
Yeah.
I love her channel. Her channel's great.
And
Yeah.
I am spamming her now.
I'm gonna do. Hey, wake up!
I'm getting the message that we have a 10-minute window remaining because this is the free Zoom.
Oh, really? I
Must
didn't know
too
there was a
cheap not
time.
to pay for this, huh?
Yeah, it's 45 minutes. I had an account for
Everyone talk
8
fast.
months. Yeah.
All right, marchintosh.com has been purchased. So I'll
Sweet.
email you
Awesome.
guys once that's set up.
Ooh,
Great, great.
I think have you guys reached out to I know I'm guessing you probably have, but Retro Man Cave.
I
The-
can reach out to him.
Now RMC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when the 10-minute clock runs out, do we have a place to stay in touch with each other? Do we have a Discord, an iMessage thread? or
I'm pretty active on Discord. I mean, that's how I stay in contact with
I
like
know.
most of you guys. But
Do you ever sleep? Kit?
If you send me a link, I'm happy to join up wherever people are chatting and doing stuff already. I think there are a couple like items of business that we got to kick out before like 9 minutes are up. When do we want to start doing any sort of pre-promotion? Maybe about like 2 weeks out or something like that.
At least,
Like
I think,
tease.
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's
I'm
fine
currently...
to tease before
Oh,
that,
sorry.
but like if
I've
you
already
want,
been throwing teasers out on,
yeah,
on
yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my upload schedule isn't terribly frequent, so I mean, I have a video that is 75% complete that I'm probably gonna slap something on the end of. So that's sort of my plan for that.
I haven't
Cool.
done anything in months, and I'm not known to do anything Mac related at all, but I can. So this,
Well, please
put
do.
the Discord link in the chat just so you guys see it.
You have room on your desk over there, Jay?
well, now that the printer has moved up there, I'm starting to be able to see desk space again. Look, see.
Oh wait, so this
I see a bit. There's no room for a
Up
G4
there.
there.
G4 is in the basement, but it'll come up.
I don't know what the production schedule is on Mac Yak, but is there?
Schedule.
We
sure
we go live Thursdays at 8. We plan Thursdays at 7.
Thursdays at
Thursdays at 7.
Plan,
Like
yeah.
what's the latest stuff? So when can maybe Joe come on Mac Yak and
You're
maybe
free tomorrow.
Well,
I think
just-
that 2-week period, I don't know whether we should just mention it first and then the next week have him on, or have him on first and then the next week say, hey, don't forget this is coming up. So, but I definitely think within 2 weeks of March, we should
Yeah.
have somebody on.
Yeah.
all right. I
Yeah, first
volunteered
one of you
Joe.
guys and the other.
Joe's got the biggest like community kind of profile compared to myself. I just broke 400 subscribers. Gonna have that.
Sweet.
Gonna
Nice.
have that. My idea, I'm
Congratulations.
going to have that 410 subscriber special, and at the end, the number goes down to 409. So-
Yeah.
formula.
Seems
for
that's
it.
always how it is.
I
That
think I'm
sounds
just
good.
tickling 600 right now. I haven't checked in a
I
while.
broke 100 and I'm very happy.
I feel so.
Passed 160 a few days ago, so nothing
Yeah.
compared to some of you guys' channels. I mean,
I just put the word out on my friends list because I was like, friends, Romani, country boys, lend me your subs. I was like, it ain't costing you a damn thing. What are you doing? Just go out, sub the channel. I got one video that's like 4 hours long. Just turn it on at night and go to bed. And the next morning, I will reap the benefits. And you will have my.
John,
That
You'll
John,
have
is your
my-
Minecraft server still going?
Yeah, I just switched it over to Mac Mini off of the G5.
Oh, really?
Oh,
nice.
So how
I
many? can
love
you
that
have on
video. That
now?
video is great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I find it cool that my Happy Mac made it into the thumbnail. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, that could give you can well, let's see, it's a Mac Mini. Well, who cares? It's all
Oh, like
it's all
host
Mac
the
stuff.
host the site off the. Oh, yeah.
I'll
video,
put
I
the
guess.
site on
Okay,
the
whatever.
G5.
We're just under 6 minutes, so we've got everybody has seen Style Guide. Everybody's good with that. Anything that needs to be tweaked on Style Guide, you guys think? Chicago font, that looks okay.
Almost perfect.
So, like Chicago font, do you mean like the thumbnail or like across the video, or
Well,
both?
if you were gonna do text in your video that specifically addresses Marchintosh, maybe try to use
Oh, yeah,
like
I
if
see.
like outside of the graphics or anything like that.
Yeah.
It'd be great to, because
Yeah.
it's that feels like the quintessential kind of Mac font to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I don't know. Like, I was just wondering if it was like universal for like your videos for that, or if it was just like something to do with like the thumbnails or stuff like that. But that answers my
it's a-
question. So
It's probably a best judgment kind of thing. It's you know how you like
Yeah.
to make your content. So if you can shoehorn it in, shoehorn it in. If it doesn't work, then
Yep.
then it if it's not fun, then it ceases to be.
well,
So-
I think that will work fine.
So if Style Guide looks okay, and we've got a URL going here, or website going, and the welcome document kind of looks okay and seems pretty straightforward, and it's like if you guys read the do's and don'ts, if there's any don'ts that you think stand out that might need to be added to that, just communicate that, and we'll figure that out. Things to add. We tried to have more do's than don'ts.
Looks like Steve put the Discord link in the chat here.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
What say you, Ken? You've been kind of quiet.
What about me?
What do you think? What any ideas do you have?
Yeah, I've been saving a special item in my collection for something kind of like this. I would like to do a
Ooh.
full-blown retrospective on the Macintosh TV.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh,
Make sure
I
that you
want one of
dedicate
those.
at least 10 minutes of the video to why they left the CD flap beige.
That drives me
Yes,
crazy.
the freaking beige CD flap.
It drives me nuts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
I like the
absolutely.
beige CD flap. I think it's iconic.
I have a good story about that, Ken, so we could talk offline.
Well, no,
Yeah, it
it's
makes me
it's
laugh.
it's
Absolutely,
funny
let's do
because
that.
I was looking at one like the other day. I'm like, why the heck did they leave it beige?
Because it
They
was a
didn't care
standard
about
part,
it
and
at
they,
all.
yeah.
I mean, I
didn't
guess
care.
it's got to be cheaper.
Yeah. I used to work for Montgomery Ward a million years ago, to date myself. And we used to sell, I like one Christmas one year, I sold like 10 Performa 575s.
Oh man, I want one of the.
3
I'm
of them
kinda-
came back because people were
Oh.
like, there's these little lines on the screen. And we tried cleaning it. So it's like,
Oh, the
and they-
Trinitron lines.
yeah, the
Oh,
Trinitron
yeah.
lines. And you explain where it's like, I said, this is just,
Yeah.
it's part of the technology. There's not a lot you can do about it. So, and I had a friend that worked at CompUSA, and he was like, you'll never believe what people bring these Mac TVs back for. I mean, they suck. Don't get me wrong, but it's that
Yeah.
beige door. I'm staring at that beige door and it just
Yeah.
put me off.
Hey, spray paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm,
Yeah.
Go get me a beige box compact. At least they did it all in one color.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
Can't
kind of
argue with
mad
that.
because I was gonna get 2 of those. I forget if they were Performer or LC 575s, but it's one of those like all-in-one, Trinitron
Yeah.
CD
Falls apart when you
drive
look
ones.
at it wrong.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's not as bad as my Tape Book 160 tape because that's all that's keeping the screen attached, but
Tape book.
If it works, right?
it works.
It's not dumb
Barely,
if it
but
works.
does.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the case design of those. I'm kind of mad that I didn't get those, but whatever.
They're
Yeah,
still
it
out
would've been-
there.
It was old
Just
school.
have them mail them to you. They'll mail them to you in pieces.
we got
Yeah, I mean,
110 seconds left. Just so you know.
It's a kit. You can just assemble it yourself.
Yeah.
Duct tape. That's
a
all
little
you
bit
need.
of, little bit of glue and you're all set. It's
Yeah.
I got people all the time in this area that are like, I got a Performa 550. I've got one of those machines, and they're like, well, I'll mail it to you. And I'm like, no,
No.
I'm going to come to you. So
Yeah.
minute 30. If we're looking good on everything and everybody feels kind of confident about what we're doing, then I really, really appreciate everybody coming together tonight and
Sure.
taking a few minutes
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
kind of like make introductions if we haven't met face to face yet. But
Mhm.
I think this will be a fun event. I know that, that Joe has put a lot of thought into it. I've tried to put a lot of thought into it. Javier has been kind enough to kind of get our artwork and stuff lined out. So, and everybody's expertise is going to make this a successful event. And if we do
Sounds
well
good.
this year, we'll expand it out and
Yeah.
we'll kick the crap out of those
Just
DOS Sucker
contact
people.
anybody that you think might want to join that's
Yeah.
not here,
Yeah.
obviously. Just contact them and see what they think.
Yeah, please
I'll
spread the
definitely be
word.
sure to send out messages to Charlie and iApple guy, Arno.
And,
because-
Join the Discord channel if you haven't, whoever's not there. And I'll make a channel. I'll make a Marchintosh channel that we could talk in. If you guys
Awesome.
want.
And if you want, you guys want some help with a website, let me know.
Okay, sure.
Great. All right.
Sounds good.
See everybody in
Okay.
Discord here.
Good
All
talk, dude.
So-
All right.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks,
thank you.
everyone.
Thank you,
See you guys.
everybody. Have a
Thanks,
great night.
Ron.
So anyway, with that said, that's the Zoom meeting there. Basically, just sort of talking about what we're gonna do, sort of how it's gonna work and everything. And it was sort of a blast being on there. I got to talk with a lot of neat YouTubers and people like that. And also, I'd like to mention that we might possibly be doing another one this upcoming Friday or next Monday. So if anybody's interested in joining, I will keep you guys updated on that. And I'll go ahead and pull a interesting segue here, which I don't usually do, and talk a bit about my Discord server, which is where I can keep you guys updated about that. I do have a Discord server for the channel. I created it probably about last May or something like that, but we have an interesting little community on there. So if you guys like my channel and want to help join or want to be part of the community there and sort of help the channel grow in that respect, then be sure to check out the Discord server. We have a neat little community there. I mean, it's not the most active Discord server, so you're not going to be constantly bombarded with pings and notifications and everything like that. So, but there's still some neat people on there, stuff like that. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys there. I really enjoy talking with some of my subscribers and some of my followers and stuff over on the Discord server, and I'd love to see you guys there too. Anyway, though, with that said, there's a lot of new things that are sort of going on with the channel, but I sort of want to condense it down, since this video is already long from the Zoom meeting, to just a few main things. And the first one of those things has to do with this. Now, as you guys know, you might have seen this in the past, but this is my Macintosh Classic. And basically, if you guys remember back to like I think it was like May of last year, June of last year. It's been a while, but basically I sort of took a crack at sort of trying to get this machine working. And if you guys don't remember, if you weren't around to see that video at that point, it was a pain. I could not get this thing to work. And basically recently, I sent the motherboard off to my buddy Steve from Mac84, who decided to take a crack at fixing it for me, and for that I really appreciate it. And he was able to get it to work. It turned out that it was actually a bad ROM chip, which is something I haven't really seen happen before, and he didn't really see happen before, which is kind of interesting. So apparently at some point, I or somebody else, probably me, because it did beep when I got it, but of course the caps went bad and everything since then, put the ROM chip in backwards at some point, and basically it fried the ROM chip, and so he got the machine to work off a different ROM, and of course recapped it and everything in the usual procedure. But I had already recapped it in the past, so the original caps were long since gone. But anyway, basically he was able to get the board to turn on with a different classic chassis. Of course, the analog board still needs some work done to it as well. So yeah, but he's gonna also take a crack at trying to create a new ROM chip for it, and so I told him he could keep the board for a bit longer to sort of experiment with that. But you guys should be seeing more of this classic restoration video in the future, or series in the future. I do plan on doing a fourth part to that, in which we finally get this machine to work, and it's going to be such a cool experience getting to see my first machine ever that I've had for almost 4 years at this point. This December will be 4 years since I had since I first got this thing, and I've never seen this thing turn on once and actually work. So that's going to be super nice. But anyway, I really appreciate your effort on that, Steve, and yeah, hopefully you're able to get that ROM chip created if you're watching this right now. But anyway, with that said, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that machine work and doing that video, and I hope you guys are too. But anyway, I figure we'll go ahead and move on to the next thing, the next update that I have for everybody, and that is the new studio. Now, the new studio isn't really new, isn't really, you know, anything new at this point. I've had it for about has it been 4 months? Let's see, November, December. It's been about 4 months now since I constructed it. Of course, it took about a month to sort of get all, you know, organized, anywhere from a week to a month. I forget, it's been forever. But basically, we were cleaning out this whole storage room a while back, and I'd always sort of planned at some point to move my YouTube studio into here, because of course having it in the bedroom for numerous reasons, which I'll get into in a minute, isn't very efficient and very nice to have to deal with. So I figured I'd move it into here at some point, because it's, you know, free real estate. It's a storage room. Nobody's going to use it for anything, at least right now. But basically, we cleared this sort of corner area in and out, and we set up this table here, which was actually for a different reason, but I sort of claimed it and put my computer here. And we also set up the new workbench and a little shelf over here to store some machines on. And so far, the studio is working pretty well for me. It's definitely a lot more efficient than the other one. It's nice to have some form of separation between, you know, my bedroom and my YouTube channel, and to be able to sort of not have to have all that stuff, you know, in the room and cluttering things up and making it hard to get into the closet. You know, I didn't have much space to put the tripod, you know, numerous things that it's sort of nice to have that all separate for. But anyway, yeah, anyway, I guess now I'll sort of show you around. I mean, I'll put a sort of a panorama of the new studio and everything, but I'll also go ahead and show you, because I'm sure somebody's going to be interested, what's left of the old one. Basically, all that's there at this point is the shelf and the closet door. I mean, both those things were there before the studio existed anyway, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so far the studio is working great. It's nice not to have it in my room, and yeah, anyway, with that said, I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, I apologize, I kind of rambled on about a lot of that stuff a bit, but, you know, it's sort of important that I sort of, you know, keep you guys updated with what's sort of going on with the channel, you know, anything new, any ideas I have, and, I think as far as these update videos go, I'm not going to do them very regularly because I don't want to clutter up the channel. It's the same view I have with live streams. I don't like to leave those, you know, visible because I don't like the actual videos and the actual content to get cluttered up. But I do sort of enjoy doing stuff like this, you know, quick and easy to film videos, and I think I should do something like this maybe yearly or, you know, every half year or so. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I'm definitely looking forward to Marchintosh and the videos I had planned for that. I'm pretty excited about doing, and I'm also looking forward to the classic restoration. But anyway, with that said, that's pretty much all the major things that are going on at this particular moment. Nothing really worth talking about other than that. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys all next time with another scheduled video.